Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement for season 2, episode 11 of the series Outlander, streaming now on Starz and Netflix. And I don't know why I said Outlander that way. I just did because it's late and I'm punchy. And we're gonna have some more war times. Yay! Last episode, I got thoughts about last episode. Big surprise, not. This is gonna be very stream of conscious. Probably won't make sense. Also because in no way will I ever claim to be an historical war strategy expert. But I have thoughts on things, such as Claire, very rightfully so, doesn't have a whole lot of specific information about the Jacobite rebellion. I don't have very specific information about the Revolutionary War or the Civil War, and that is way closer to my time period than the Jacobite Rebellion is to Claire's time period. So that makes sense. Also, I live on the West Coast of the United States and not on the East Coast. I have been to parts of Virginia, Williamsburg, Yorktown, Jamestown. So I've at least gotten to walk the battlefields there, seen some things about how the battles that were fought and what turned the tide of the war. So I would think that Claire might have that information as well. So she might not have specifics about Claudine. She was there. And she at least has the information of, I was in this war. This is the type of warfare I saw. I saw what trench warfare looked like. You guys don't have airplanes, but this is what the army did on foot. I would think she would bring that information to them. Also, she could say to them, hey, you might think the British Army is unbeatable now. However, in 40 years from our timeline, 1740, whatever, the British Army will be defeated on a major world front with the British American colonists. So they're not unstoppable. This is what they did. They did the more commando, which I thought was interesting, that commando warfare of the sneak attacks, blending in from the shadows. They didn't engage in the type of army war strategy the British kind of sort of, it seems as if they gaslit people into engaging with them. Is that what they did? Did the British go, oh, we're sophisticated, we're more civilized society, so if we're going to engage a battle with you, it's on our terms, which is the military structure lines. We will wear the bright red colors. You can see us coming from a mile away. We will fight you row after row after row. Cavalry comes in around behind you, traps you in. We defeat you. And if it's not fought that way, it's not an honorable win. You didn't win the war. Is that what they did? Because that's what it seems like they did. And I kind of liked seeing how, even though Jamie, at some point they were doing that, we'll fight the British as if we were British, but they didn't quite go all out Scottish Highlander, throw off the kilts and run naked, Highland charge like Dougal wanted. It was kind of that commando cross. And I kind of wish they'd fought the whole Jacobite rebellion like that. Now they might, I don't know, we haven't seen it yet. But based on Claudine, it sounded, yeah. So I thought that was very interesting and intriguing, and why, yeah. Again, I told you, it may or may not make sense. Another thing that kind of struck me as odd was I think the writers sometimes forget what they've written. Case in point. So, season 1 episode, the last one, season finale, we have just had this horrible episode and a half with Jamie having his consent taken away. They're about to go off on the ship, and Angus kind of pressures Claire into giving him a kiss goodbye. And she agrees to give him a kiss on the cheek, and he takes it further, steals a kiss from her. And it upset me because I'm like, writers, what are you doing? We just had this whole episode and a half of consent being taken away, and horrible and brutal it was. And here you had Angus taking away Claire's consent, and you presented it in a joking fashion. But for me, it wasn't good taste. They kind of sort of did something similar in this last episode, where here's Murtaugh had this wonderful scene where he's talking about how they're about to go fight in the war, but it didn't feel right because when they did raids, it was smaller. If you succeeded or if you died on this raid, your story would be carried on through the clans. You would be remembered. But now fighting this war on this larger scale, you're just one of many. You're just a troop. You're not even given a name when you're in like these armies fighting these battles. You are, we lost 100 Navy men. We lost 1,500 troops. You are a troop. You have no name. You're just a war commodity. He said it a little bit differently, but that was essentially the sense where it didn't feel right, because unless a great number of them died, it really wasn't going to mean anything. And that upset him. And Jamie was like, I feel the same way. I know what you mean. Then the battle at Preston Pans happened. He comes into the hospital and says, oh, we only lost 50. And I was like, but you still lost 50. That was 50 people. That was 50 men. They're more than just 50 numbers. Woohoo, you only lost 50. It struck me as weird. And I kind of wished, if they wanted to convey that detail, that they lost a small number of guys. Either that Murtaugh had said it in a different tone of voice, or if it wasn't his character at all that said it. Because it seemed to totally go back against that whole beautiful scene we just had previously. So yeah, I wish they would take a little bit more care with who says what and when. Yeah, so there we go. Then off to the next episode. Vengeance is mine. So I don't think this is going to be a happy bad things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. So we have warm, cozy blanket for sure. I got water, I got supplies, and I've got you all here with me. Thank you so much for helping me out, dropping in little details in the comments. It does help kind of make this whole experience just more well-rounded, and I do appreciate every single one. Yeah, so let's get to it all. We never found out who the guy with the port wine stain that attacked them in France was, did we? Ooh! Is that a portent of things to come?
The Jacobite army had moved steadily south during the months since Preston Pans.
Months.
The anticipated sympathetic uprising from the Scottish lowlands and northern England had so far not materialized.
We must turn back.
And I say we shall not. Now, London lies within our grasp, and all we have to do is reach out and take it.
So they want to take over all of Britain, not just Scotland?
We speak with one voice.
And what of our prince's decision? Do we not all serve him and his noble cause?
Ooh, Jamie, are you backing the right horse for sure?
We are but 5 days from reaching that city.
Take all of London. I'm sorry, my mind is just boggling on. That was the plan?
It's not the 5 days that concerns me, but the 3 British armies that stand between us and London.
We're not likely to meet all 3 at once, my lord.
You don't know
Is that the one?
that. Is she doing dental work on everybody?
It won't take long, I promise.
Okay, this is what I find fascinating about dentistry. That right now, if you had a bad tooth and they had to pull it, it's the same technique. It hasn't changed in hundreds of years. It's just grab the sucker and pull it out of your
And
skull.
fash yourself, son. My good friend Angus, he lost his front teeth when he was no but a wee lad. Coo kicked him straight down his throat. Says he didn't shite for a week for fear of being bitten.
Who's next?
Oh,
So is there no one among you still willing to stand by your prince?
Jamie, look at you. I don't know. This is such a good plan.
You do what you must, but may God damn you to hell for it.
Okay. He's angry.
And if you had talked them into taking London, might not have been able to hold it.
That's true. That is true.
But if we had marched on London, then things would be different to what you said happened in your history books.
Oh, that's true too.
We're going back across the border, home.
Are the British after us then?
Fuck yeah.
Are they close?
Rupert's not happy because he wants to see the one that gets vengeance. Whose bed are they sleeping in? Just random houses they stop in. Dougal's back?
They want rid of us, of you. O'Sullivan fears that you have too much influence over the prince.
Oh.
Proceed in advance of the army, arrange winter quarters, and obtain provisions.
The prince also took your horse. He said he knew you wouldn't mind.
What?
How long since you visited Inverness?
It's been a while. So what are these generals' plans now? Just go back and hold, which I thought they were going to just hold the line at Scotland border and go, no, this is our land now. Stay away, stay away, stay away.
You big bairn. Angus had ripped that out with his front teeth.
He didn't have front teeth.
Ah!
Well, that's not cool.
Scatter to the woods!
Wait!
That was Claire.
No time! Go, Carringer!
Oh, that's a lot of red coats.
I think we've lost him.
Oh, no. Oh! Oh, Rupert. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rupert. Oh, no.
I have to take out the bullet. It's a miracle it hasn't shifted into your brain. Hold still.
I don't know how you can hold still when someone's digging in a musket ball out of your eye socket. Oh, yeah, he's blind.
Up you get.
Oh, how could he be sitting up? I'd be like passed out, just like, nope, I need to rest.
Pirates have eye patches.
And peg legs. And a parrot.
Poor Rupert is just having a time of it. But he's alive.
What is it?
Ask Quiet or Claire.
What is that?
They're gonna burn you out. Uh-huh. They're gonna burn him out.
Oh, Christ.
Say I'm your hostage. They won't fire the place with me inside.
You hope. She hopes.
No.
No!
You're a bad hostage? Not likely. We'll rather...
You're a bad liar, Sassenach. Go out there with that look on your face. Again, somebody's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
They'll most likely take you to the garrison in Hazelmere.
We'll make our way there. Fetch you back.
There's so many of that. Someone gets captured, they gotta go rescue them. Somebody gets captured again, they gotta go rescue them again. And their horses. Oh, and their horses. What's his name? Is he gonna recognize her and like give away her stuff? Identity. That's what I meant to say. Her stuff. Give away her identity.
You look like you could do with warming up.
Mm-mm.
But I thought we were going to the garrison at Hazelmere.
I wouldn't worry. It's a big house owned by a rich Englishman. He'll give you refuge, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Do we know who this is?
I still don't understand why we're going to Belmont instead of Hazelmere.
Captain's orders, Mum.
Huh. So Sandringham is allowing the British Army to use his front lawn.
Do I have the honor of addressing the Duke of Sandringham?
You do indeed.
I need a drink.
So does she.
Now we're traitors, murderers, and horse thieves. Tell me, does it ever occur to you that taking Claire to wife might not have been the wisest thing you ever did?
No.
You have only the one servant.
Where'd she get this dress?
Don't suppose this misunderstanding had something to do with your loyalties?
Quite.
What, more soldiers than there are out front?
Oh, my, yes. They think they're being inconspicuous, but really, with those coats.
Exactly.
I assume that your dashing husband must be intent on rescuing.
Would it be safe to assume so? Yes.
Excellent. Well, as I want to be rescued too, I must have your word that Jamie will extract me from my present situation and deposit me in some safe haven.
What could possibly be safe for the Duke to go?
Claire! Mary!
Mary! How did Mary end up with the
Goddaughter
Duke?
has some exciting news of her own. She's
Goddaughter.
married.
So how the hell did this happen?
Wait! Wait, Monroe! I'm looking for...
Oh, jeez.
I've been sent by the Duke of Sandringham to give you a letter. It was written by a lady, Claire Beecham, for a James Fraser.
Wow. You had a lot of information that could just be from you.
You'll be pleased to hear that I've been speaking outside to the commander, who's agreed to withdraw the soldiers.
Why? This dude. This dude?
There was never any intent that you should be killed. Well, it was the Comte's original desire, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
I owed him a rather large sum of money, you see, and I had no immediate means of payment.
Oh, my goodness.
I managed to persuade Monsieur le Comte that simply having you raped was sufficient revenge for the loss of his goods. When I told the captain that I was expecting Red Jamie, he made himself a bit less conspicuous.
That was so much plotting. And she fell right into his lap.
Says it's a letter from Claire.
Is that supposed to be Gallic?
Or at least it's trying to be. What's that word? You know where Belmont House is.
We'll go.
Oh my God, is Hugh gonna die? Oh, is Hugh gonna die now? Go out a window, Claire. You can do it. You can be G.I. Jane.
Mary!
What are you doing? Why are you looking? Me, go out in the night, meet a filthy beggar. Oh, Claire, I couldn't possibly.
God's sakes! Fine.
How'd you know about that?
Good evening, my dear. You'll join me.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Perhaps I shall have something to eat.
Tell Jamie it's a trap.
Where are you going, little mouse?
With the man that raped her, that's terrible. I think they just reused that footage. Kind of wish he'd put on the red coat. Try to disguise his way in.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the snake story. Well, now...
Jamie, you didn't have a way to stealthily... What the hell?
This is the man who attacked us in Paris!
It wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
It's true.
That was all?
You can't imagine what the Comte had in mind. I just told Anton to terrify the women.
That's a lie. Rape was your idea.
You'll say whatever to whoever to save your own skin. It will not stop.
Mary. Mary. She got stabbed in the back?
Mary.
Oh! 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 Right, because Murtaugh felt he failed them. And this was his, oh yeah. All right.
I kept my word. I lay your vengeance at your feet.
I think we'd better go.
That episode took a turn. Oh my God. I'm gonna need a mo. God. Oh my God. Okay, so I had one of these on hand, half of one, just in case. But you know, that was a lot. That was a lot of having way back there, however many episodes, finally getting that payoff to the point that I actually kind of almost forgotten about the attack in Paris that we never found out, because I thought we did, I guess, have it somewhat resolved that it was the Comte that had arranged the attack, but that it was Sandringham who actually went, hey, I'll get my guy to do it to pay off this debt. I thought they were going to say that Sandringham gave the king the evidence to get the Comte arrested, and in that situation to be tested. Oh, he didn't know he was going to get tested, but being imprisoned by the king, I thought that was how he got out of paying his debts. Could be very well so, still the same. But ooh, that was a lot of layers. That was a lot of layers. So how many homes did Sandringham have? Because Claire had been to the one house, and then he had this other house. How did he get all these houses? I don't know. And I had also forgotten for that half a second that it was Murdoch who said, you know, he would bring Mary vengeance. And he did. And that was brutal. Was that in the history books Claire read, that Sandringham was found with no head in his kitchen? Wow. Huh. So then my thought is, how does Mary end up married to Jack? How the fuck does that happen? I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna wrap this up because I can't form a sentence right now. My brain is just, wow. Okay. So thanks so much for being here with me. Seriously, y'all. I'm wrapping my head around it. And I do hope that you've hit subscribe so you know when the next episode has dropped, because we've got lots more Outlander to go. What else could there be besides more war and death? But I would like you there with me because it's so comforting. So have 5 seconds to joy. Take care of your bodies, then come back and see me. So until next time, y'all.